roomies? Welcome back to another episode of Room 24. I'm Abby.
And I'm Sam, and today we have two guests. We're going to start off by introducing them.
I'm Lauren. Follow me on Insta, Twitters, whatever, all the socials. Lauren DiMedeiros.
And I'm Jackie. Y'all can follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Cash App, Jackie Hakesh, okay?
We dropping Cash Apps now.
Yes.
2020. That will be below in the bio because I know their names is hard as fuck. Anyways, this episode is going to be EXES Reunite. So we have these two exes, and we're going to see what they're all about today.
You guys already know how we get shit popping in Room 24, so we're going to take a shot to start off our episode. So let's cheers to this episode and exes reuniting.
Exes reunited.
Here we go.
No, I don't want to touch. We can't touch. We can't touch.
All right. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, some ASMR.
I heard your gulp.
Yeah, that was a big gulp. Gross as fuck.
No. All right, well, we always get our guest comfortable with doing a little icebreaker. So today's icebreaker is gonna be last photo in your gallery. So if you guys wanna hand your phone.
Oh, hey, can you get my phone? It's over down yonder.
All right, so we got Jackie's phone, and the last picture on her gallery is actually a screenshot from what seems to be a man who's interested in being her sugar daddy, and it says, "Hey, I'm sorry if this offends you, but I find you attractive, and I'll love for you to be my sugar baby. If you'll be interested, we can talk about terms and weekly allowance. Nothing sexual. I'm basically paying for just a conversation."
Did you do it, bitch?
I replied.
Yeah, she slid in.
Today.
She's like, "I replied for sure."
No, nothing sexual. Allowance, give it to me.
Exactly.
It's bullshit, though.
It sounds too
then-
good to be true.
She has a A+, 10/10 would bang.
Interesting.
Will you save me a message so you can send
She
it
probably
to?
sent that to someone.
Chill.
Alright, so now that we know what kind of shit they got in their phone, we're gonna jump right into the questions. The first question we have is we're just gonna get right down to the nitty gritty. How did you guys meet and where?
Well, I'll start off. So we met because of soccer. We actually played at Cerritos College, but I was the one who wanted to meet her, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I was very adamant about it. I was like, who is that? I need her, like, in my life. I didn't know. It was, like, a weird, like,
Feeling
pull.
that you got? Okay.
Yeah, it was the weird, like, I've never been that type of person to be like, oh, like, I want to meet that person. But, like, you know, how it works is you get 2 years at junior college, and my 2 years were up, but she came in. And so you still kick it with all the soccer girls because I was still, in junior college. And so they would post snaps of this girl, this freaking, whatever. And so I'd be like, she looks so fun. Like, I got to meet her. So through our mutual friends, I was like, hey, like, I don't know what you guys got to do, but I want to meet her.
So
and
they, like, kind of connected you guys
Oh, 100%.
together?
And
okay.
so, yeah, that's pretty much how my encounter of her. Oh, God.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
I
how
had-
long ago was that? Like, about
2016, so 4 years ago.
4
years
16.
ago? Oh, okay, so you guys have known each other for a little minute now.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that kind of goes, like, into our next question, which is who shot their shot first, which I'm going to assume it was...
Actually,
No, it was
Lauren,
me.
It was, yeah,
me.
really?
It was me.
She actually hated me first.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually did not like Lauren at first.
Tell
Like,
us,
she
really?
was the most cockiest person I have ever met. And I humbled this bitch down, let me tell you. Like, she was like, I look so good. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, so many men want me. And I was like, no, they don't, though. Not really. Like, you need to chill, right? And I guess because, like, I was not all upon her, like, that's what she liked, right?
Okay.
And then we started hanging out and stuff. And then I knew that I kind of had, like, more of, like, feelings for her rather than, just friends. But she's never been in that route. Like, she's never liked girls. And so I was just kind of like, I was kind of hesitant to tell her or not. And then one day... I knew that was gonna happen that day because I got drunk. I got plastered, like, on purpose, so I can have the excuse to tell
plotting.
her. No, yeah, I was plotting. Like, this is gonna happen tonight, okay? And I got plastered, and I told her she was taking care of me. I got so plastered, I was throwing up and peeing at the same time in front of someone's house, okay? And she was taking care of me on the main street, okay? On the
And I was like, that's the one right there.
And so she was taking care of me, and while I was drunk, recovering, I was like, Lauren, I like you. And this bitch had the motherfucking nerve
you have a crush
to
on me.
say, I get that a lot.
I like that laugh.
She said,
You
I
said
get that
that
a
you
lot.
had a crush. Mind you, 20 minutes before she was making out with the dude and
I
holding
was.
my hand.
I was.
So,
I was.
come on, that's
Shit.
confusing.
Yeah.
Especially, she was like,
No,
I
I
have a
get
crush
that.
on you. And I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I get that
Wait,
a
she's
lot.
making out doing what?
Oh, so we were sitting like, okay, so there was like 4 chairs. She was in one, the guy was in the other, and I was across from her. And the whole time she was like, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend to the guy. And he was just like, oh, like, prove it. And like, I was kind of uncomfortable with it. I was sober and I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to prove it here. And so she's like, okay, F it. And so she turns to him and she's holding my hand because.
I was plastered, okay?
Yeah, she was lights unknown, so.
Yeah.
She's like,
No,
please
no.
don't judge me.
Yeah, no judgment.
No
No
judgment.
judgment zone.
We've all been there. But yeah, so that was my perspective of it when she like told me I have a crush on you. I was just kind of like, okay,
No, I was
she's drunk.
holding her hand while I was making
While
out
you're
with the guy.
making out with
Yeah.
another man.
It was like 30
It was
seconds.
amazing, honestly.
Was that
It was like
awkward for you?
it was kind of like a threesome.
Yeah, it was
kind
a throuple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. He was
Yeah, yeah.
so ugly though. If he was
He was.
cuter, I probably would have joined. But you know,
I had beer goggles on.
Understandable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she didn't have beer goggles. She had freaking
You
vodka
had,
goggles.
you had blackout. I don't know
I had
what
no
the
eyes.
fuck I'm
Yeah,
So
looking
it's
at.
like, hold on, I don't blame Lauren for like kind of just being like whatever about it because it's like one bitch you were drunk. So like
Yeah.
sometimes people just say shit when they're drunk
Yeah,
and they don't really like mean it and the next day they
Yeah.
kind of regret saying that shit. So I kind of see where you were coming
Yeah, I
from,
was just
especially
like-
if you were just making out with a whole nother
I know,
dude
yeah.
in front of her,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But you know, my feelings were hurt, and so I was like, you know what, fuck this girl, like whatever. I'm gonna pretend like nothing happened. I'm gonna keep being her friend, but I'm gonna keep my distance, right?
Right.
And that's what happened. And I was like, you know, I didn't really hang out with her as much anymore. Mm-hmm. And behold, here she comes crawling back to me. She was like, no, but I do like you. And I was like, that's what I thought.
No, but let's say the story. So there was a day we were at, so what we used to do is we used to hang out at like a library, okay? That's like how all the soccer girls would hang out. And so I was with our mutual friend, her name was Megan, and I'm just gonna make this really quick. I know we got a lot to cover here, but I was talking to Megan while Jackie was away, explaining to her like, oh my god, I like her so much. And every time Jackie would walk up, like we would stop the conversation. And so she was like, oh, like this is how it's gonna be. And so she got all mad.
So she
left
thought
all-
it was something else?
Yes,
Okay.
she was like, you guys are talking shit on me, and so that's when I came out to her. I was like, dude, like I just want to be honest, like I was telling Megan this and that, like I like you, so don't take it the other way, and so that's pretty much how I kind of jumped.
That's
in
kind of cute. Like in
Yeah.
a weird way, that's kind of cute.
there. The weirdest of ways.
I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. And then we were together for 3 years.
No, don't say too much. Don't say too much. 'Cause we're gonna have more questions.
I know.
were
Sorry,
not
you guys are like
together
you.
3 years.
I was like, we got all the juice in here.
The next question is: have you two always liked girls?
So I knew that I liked girls since I was like in 8th grade. I had a huge crush on my goalkeeper. Huge. And then, but I thought it was just like a phase.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met Lauren in college, and then I kind of just knew. And so I kind of just always knew. I don't got no preference. I don't got no type. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
so
it
it's
is
both
what it
guys.
is.
Like you're into both guys and
Yeah,
girls.
yeah,
Were your
yeah.
parents
Okay.
okay with it?
So my parents thought that she was like my best friend, and so I would always bring her around and stuff, and like they loved her. And then when they found out that we were together, they were my mom was very religious, like very traditional. She was like, no, like that's not in the Bible type of thing. My dad didn't give a fuck. If you're happy, I'm happy. I don't care who it is.
Love that.
Yeah, yeah. But now they love her. Like she goes over and like it's cool. Like they got
But
over
do you
it.
think it's cool now because you guys aren't together anymore?
I think my mom's low key a little happy that we're not together.
Okay, that's kind of
Like,
fucked up.
it's kind of fucked up,
Yeah.
but like she just wants me to be with the guy.
Yeah. And then what about you? Like you've always liked girls, or it's kind of been like
I've always had an attraction towards girls, but never to that standpoint. Like I always like, why are you shaking your head? She's like, anyways. So I've always had an attraction to them. I mean, but like I said, it would not to that point of
Okay.
like I
So
never.
she was
thought
the
I could
first
go
girl
down.
you were
Yeah, I was
with?
like I could never go down on like a girl. I can make out with a girl. Like I've made out with girls, but to that level, I never in a million years thought. Never.
right. And then you've been with guys before as well too, or
Yes.
just girls?
Yeah. I've
With guys. Oh, okay, so you guys are both kind of like.
So
in the same
Jackie
boat.
was your first girl.
yeah.
And how did your parents take it?
So they actually took it pretty rough, but in their defense, they caught us like in the act in a sense. She would come over. She was from Pasadena. I lived in Cerritos, where the college was. So she
Yeah.
would come over, kill time, and so we'd just be in my room. And at the time, I just never thought my parents would ever like
walk in on you guys.
walk in.
Right.
But luckily, I'd lock my door. And so one time stuff was happening and my mom was trying to come in and it was locked and they just put 2 and 2 together. They're like, okay, there's this girl. You never bring anyone over. And yet there's this girl coming all the time and there's doors locked. Like they put 2
They're like,
together.
we know what's going on back
they,
there.
they're pretty much in the same realm as like where her parents were in a sense. My dad was more shocked and like hurt because he's like my best friend. And so he was just kind of, why would you hide this from me?
Yeah.
But now they love JJ. Like I call Jackie JJ, but they love her. I mean, my whole family still wants us to be together. It's like the craziest shit. And I'm like, guys.
So it's like the
this shit's-
opposite. Like your parents now are like
they
more
love it.
accepting and they want it
No,
to have.
100%. My dad like sends
Okay.
me memes of like gross, you know, like the guys, the
Yeah.
trends. Yeah, I get those too. It's awful.
That's actually
So
really cute though.
Yeah,
It's really,
it's really
Like the tables have turned.
right.
And then you guys kind of answered this already, but like if we were to go into depth a little more, how long were you guys together? Like you guys said 3 years. Was it like 3 years and like no breakups, nothing? Like you guys
No.
consistently were together for 3 years?
So we were together for, it was like almost 3 years. It was
Yeah.
like 2 years and like a couple months. More than 6 months. And we never took a break. We hardly ever argued. Like we were honestly like best friends. Like
Yeah.
like we got along so great from day one, and like we never really like had big argument. I think we had like one big argument where like we stopped talking for like a day.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything was like rainbows and butterflies and freaking run. It was just great. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good.
She pretty much answered it.
Yeah, she did.
What was your favorite activity to do together?
Rave.
Yes.
We're
yes.
very big.
I've never been to a rave.
You guys like going to raves?
Yeah.
Yes, we were
I'm
ravers.
taking Antoine to his first EDC next year.
I'm going to EDC Portugal.
I'm going to EDC
That's so
Las
dope.
Vegas.
I might end up going, so I'll
Please
see you guys.
go.
I might, but we'll
Oh,
talk about this
that's
later. But yeah,
double
so
date.
yeah, so basically we do a lot of activities together. I mean, like she was explaining, we're literally best friends. So in everything we do, it's fun. It's like she said, rainbows and butterflies. But I think our favorite has to be raves. I think
And movies.
What?
And movies.
Oh yeah, movies.
Dude.
Raves and movies.
Do you like
Yeah,
Harry
movies.
Potter?
Oh,
We
God.
used to have Harry Potter marathon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yes. Duh.
And we went to actually one of our like anniversaries. We actually went to Harry Potter World. So.
we did.
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
We did.
Don't
we
tell
did.
me that.
You guys are
Yeah.
making me so sad. Like you
I'm
guys aren't
trying to
together
get
anymore.
Antoine to do that, and he's like, "What the fuck, babe? Like this is weird as fuck." Like,
Who the fuck is Harry Potter?
No, a lot
Yeah,
of people are like
literally.
that. It's because you get in that like imaginary state, and that's just I love that.
You like join their world.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we love Harry Potter.
Yes, exactly.
I love that you guys rave. I'm gonna hit you up next time.
No,
Yes,
100%.
rave
We're actually going to
together.
Nocturnal, so I bought her
Yeah.
ticket.
Aww.
We've actually
When
and
is
we've
that?
actually
September
oh yeah.
of next year.
And we've actually
I was
never
about
been
to
to
say,
a rave
bitch,
without each other.
September.
Right?
Oh yeah, no, it's true.
We've never been to a rave without each other. We started raving together and I haven't gone to a
She's
rave
like, we're
without
gonna
her.
rave forever.
Where's
And we're still
Nocturnal
gonna
at?
go to a rave.
I'm sorry.
Where's Nocturnal at?
So as of right now, because you know the whole COVID thing, it's at the Glen Helen, which is like an amazing venue. It's like very grassy, so you get both realms of like like the acid people, or you get like the ecstasy people. You don't really get the hard summer scene where there's people just like fucked
Wait,
up.
it's in LA though.
Yeah,
It's-
it's
oh,
Santa.
it's in,
I'm sorry,
what's
San Bernardino. I
Yeah,
wanna say?
San Bernardino.
So
Oh,
it's
okay.
2 hours away.
Yeah. It's not
okay,
bad.
cool.
It's not bad.
We love that you guys are like super best friends still, but we're gonna get more into like the juicy stuff.
All right, get it.
And
let's
if
get
you
it.
guys had to answer this as honest as you could,
Yes.
in your guys' relationship, who do you guys think put more effort into it?
Ooh. I think I want to say Lauren. I think
Yeah.
Lauren did.
Would you agree?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think she did.
What makes
What
you say that,
exactly?
kind of?
I think she's always been the more like loving person. Before Lauren, I had like the biggest problem with affection.
Okay.
Like just affection and like telling people that like I love them was like hard. But like she changed all of that for me because
I low key
just,
could get
like,
that from you.
Yeah. I was like the hardcore, like no feelings, no emotions, like I'm gonna get hurt, type of thing. And she changed all of that for me. Like she was so loving, like super giving, like will never ask for anything in return, and like and it just kind of like changed me.
Changed
Like
you,
I wanted to be a
wow.
better person for her. Yeah, for sure.
That's really cute.
yeah. I know.
I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna like start crying. I'm crying in the
Make me cry,
club.
don't cry.
Do you agree with her?
Yeah, I mean, it was my first love, so I just, I wanted to keep her, so I just tried doing anything I could. So that's what I'm like.
She's like, wait.
even before her, she
Oh,
was
no.
your first love.
Yeah, 100%.
She was mine too.
Mm.
Yeah.
You guys
How old
stop.
were you guys? You were in college, but how old were you?
20. I was 20.
No, you were 21 and I was 20.
No, I turned 21 with you. Because remember we were together and I was in Laughlin.
Oh, you're right.
I was 20.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
She's like, get it right, girl.
She's
No,
like,
it's
it
okay.
was not that big.
No, it's because it's just so funny how it all like came together. Unfortunately, she was supposed to come with me to Laughlin, but then my parents found out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was bad.
Okay.
And I'm like, I was
Fuck
like,
things up.
yeah, and I was
Yep.
like crying to her. It was so funny. I was like sitting here like drawing Snapchats, saying stuff in Spanish to her because she's like fluent, and I would like try to like impress her and be like, I was like, two
Are you
R's.
not fluent?
No, I'm Portuguese.
Oh, do
you
you
speak
speak
Eu falo
Portuguese?
pouquinho.
Oh, okay. Say that
She
a little
foreign.
closer
She
into the
foreign.
mic.
What?
Say something into the mic in Portuguese.
Oh, I can't.
Is
I'm
she
too
from
shy.
Brazil?
She's like, I don't even
No,
know if
I'm
I know how to
from
say
like
it.
Portugal,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay, Portugal.
Yeah.
Portugal.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know when you say it twice, it really adds. the
Yeah,
effect.
it really, yeah, of course.
Who has the last question? Me. It's your
Okay.
turn.
What did you love most about each other?
I think that how giving she is. Like,
Okay.
and she will never, ever, ever ask for anything in return. Like, she does it just because, like, it's her.
I think that's the way things should be, though.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
like things should be reciprocated, but like if you're kind of like asking for it, it's
Yeah.
kind of almost like, why should I have to ask for it? It should just naturally happen.
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, you would be surprised, though. Like, a lot of people are like that. Like, well, I did this for you. Like, I should
Mhm.
expect
That's what I'm
something,
saying.
right?
Like, I don't know if I could really be in a relationship like that where you kind of
Yeah.
have to like, you know.
It's toxic, girl. It's toxic.
That's
But she's
toxic.
very, but like not just with me, with like anybody. Like she'll do favors and she'll do like whatever, and just because she wants to.
She's just a very giving person.
Yeah, she's very, very giving, and with her love and
Guess-
everything.
I
And affection.
guess, guys. Stop.
She's like,
You're making
stop
me cry.
it.
You're making me cry. Oh.
She's the most giving, but you said she's also really cocky.
She
No, it
was.
was.
She was.
No, and
extremely.
So touching upon that, so that's kind of like my flirting technique is try to gas me up as much as I can. And so I literally just sat there and like that was like one of our first times actually hanging out was we literally sat in the library for hours, just us two. Like we
talking
were
about herself.
Yeah, no, I was
Yes,
showing her.
no, yes,
the
it
thing,
was.
it wasn't even that. It's like I'm an open book in the sense of like when I really like someone, I want them to know like everything about me, like who I'm, even if like, when we were talking, yes, I had my little hose on the side and stuff, but like I would tell her and like be like, okay, so look at this is a picture of me here, this is me here, like, and like I would gas myself, be like, look how cute I look right here, like, oh my god, right?
Just
And
to see like what she would say.
yeah, and she was
Okay.
just kind of like whatever.
And I would literally be like, you don't look that
yeah.
She's like, I don't see it.
Yeah, no, she'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But getting back to your question, I would say my favorite thing about her and just like, Solicity, like how strong she is, like, you guys can see it herself. She's, go-getter. What she wants, she's gonna get.
Yeah.
And you guys saw the TikTok viral video.
Yeah,
She was
she
like,
did.
she shot her shot. In multiple cases when she shoots it, she pretty much like swishes it.
She gets
And
it.
so like that's something that I like really cherish with her is like she knows what she wants and she's gonna get it. And so like I guess in a relationship stance, like looking at that, I'm like that's pretty much like what you want. Like when you look for someone, like you look at values, morals, but like someone who knows what they want, that's very attractive.
Yeah.
So I think like that's pretty much
That
for it.
kinda, like, made you gravitate
I was like,
towards
dude,
her.
like I don't care what she does, but I'm very like I'm always supportive of her, and I'm like,
She is.
she's literally gonna do what
Yeah,
it is,
this
like,
should
get
be
it done.
100%. I love that. Were you guys ever unfaithful? And did you ever think that like your partner was like? Did you ever think Lauren was cheating, or did you ever think Jackie was cheating?
So I'll start with this one. I never thought ever cheating wise, but there was like an incident when we broke up that you gravitate to your friends, you gravitate to people like even though you don't talk to in a long
Yeah.
time, and they were feeding stuff in my mind, and it's crazy because when the breakup happened, there was. The smallest of, when you break up, you don't talk for years. We didn't talk for like 3 months. And within that time frame, I gravitated towards old friends, and I was kind of getting their perspective of like,
They're like hyping you up.
hyping me up, and I was just kind of like questioning, like, I don't know what happened. Like, I gave it my all, like this and that. And then one of my stupid friends, she's not my friend, so I can say her name, Emily and Bonnie, they literally came and were like, oh, like, she's probably cheating. Like, giving me
Y'all some haters. Emily and Bonnie, haters.
and so they gave me their experiences into where you're at a broken place, you're vulnerable, and so I was just like thinking the worst of the worst,
Yeah.
and so like for the littlest time I like hated JJ for that. And like I didn't even get her side. And so when we did see each other, I remember I got really, really drunk. And, you know, it was like at her family party. And I just remember like I was plastered. And I just like asked her and she was just like taken back, like, are you kidding me? And I just remember we had like a little like argument about it. And like it was just, yeah, so.
Yeah, you kind of just like let your friends get in your head
And
sometimes.
that's so bad because you got to go to the source. Like, unless there's like an actual person.
Like factual evidence.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, I just, you know, it's a learning lesson. You know, you got to go to the source. And
that's
you
just
know,
like things that I feel like just come naturally, like in a relationship. Like you kind of just have to go through things. Like it's
Right.
not always gonna be fucking rainbows and butterflies.
Yeah,
not.
it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was never unfaithful ever. Like I had no reason to be. Like I was so happy. During
Yeah.
it.
Did you ever think that like Lauren is
Hell no.
unfaithful?
Honestly,
She's like,
like,
that was my girl.
I was gonna be like, I locked that bitch
No.
down.
She was like, that
I
was my
never
bitch.
doubted her. I never doubted her. I was like, you can go out, you can do whatever. Like
Yeah.
I never had a thought that she would ever cheat.
That's good. That's
And if she
definitely
did,
good.
like I was not gonna stress about it. Like if people are gonna cheat, no matter what you do, no
That would
matter
be-
what you go through their phone. No, I've never seen her phone. Never, nothing.
Damn, I'm toxic then. I'll be waiting till we fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same. Like, that's pretty much, you know, touching upon that. Yeah, so that night, I remember it was just all bad. It was all bad. I've never been through her phone as well. And then when I was drunk, and then this whole, like, the vulnerability, and I remember I checked her phone, and that was, like, it sucked because we trusted each other so much, and, like, I didn't have the right. We weren't together.
Yeah.
She had her right to do X, Y, and Z, and so, like,
So
I went...
you were the toxic for that
So,
second.
Well, and that's but I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
in my life ever, like, even, I mean, like
that
I
was
said, learning
happens
lessons.
when the smallest insecurity gets in your head. People
And that's
will-
what, you know, and exactly, it's the insecurity, and that, like, I think ate me alive. It was just, like, yeah,
Yeah.
that was tough times.
Yeah, no, it sucked. That was the only time that she lied to me. That I know that she lied to me in my face.
Yeah.
Like she went through my phone and she legit lied and said that like someone had texted me, and I was like, that's weird. Like no one texted me. And then my sister was there and she was like, no, I saw her going through your phone, and I was like,
For your sister's
and you got caught.
No, and I mean, I'm grateful for it. Like, you know, you should.
She's like, it taught her a lesson.
You're like, whatever.
But that's what I'm saying though, is
caught.
like, you know, I was at such a vulnerable like place, and like I just needed answers. I needed clarification. I just needed something, and then it just so happened her phone was there, and I just
You're
went
like,
for
I'm
it.
gonna look for the answers. I'm not getting them.
Yeah, and so yeah, that was bad. But yeah, you live and you learn, right?
yeah, you live and you learn.
You live and you
That's
learn.
true. Okay, we're gonna get right back into questions. The next one is, who ruined the relationship?
Ooh. So I'm the one who broke it off.
Would you say you ruined it though?
But breaking
No.
breaking the person who breaks up with that person doesn't mean you ruined it. Who do you feel ruined it? Don't talk about who broke up.
Don't look at her. Just...
I mean,
She's like,
I honestly don't think that no one really ruined it.
You have something to
hold
say.
on, hold on. We're gonna come right back to
Okay,
you. I
yeah,
feel like
okay, Lauren, what you
Lauren's
gotta
more
say?
like straight
Don't
up,
base your
like-
answer off of her either. Who do you feel ruined it, not who broke it off?
Usa. Okay, so I mean, yeah. So if you're asking in those terms, truthfully, I mean, we were great, but I would say I personally think I ruined it in the sense of I started getting really insecure, and you know, relationships, you become very, you know, codependent on people, and I think I was almost too codependent to where I lost myself. I was, you know, not even saying it was more insecure, but just I think I was just a lot. I think like I just wasn't myself, like
especially if you're with them all the time.
and that's literally what it was. And so, you know, in a relationship, no matter same sex, you know, hetero, you have to have that fine line of like intimacy. You have to have that fine line of like, you need that space to be one another, and you need that
like
space
alone
to
time.
yes, and gain it back in the sense of like, hey, like we're all grown adults here. I don't know if there's, you know, if there's 13-year-olds watching, but you want to have sex.
Yeah.
And so we had a period of time to where we weren't having sex. And it was unfortunate that same thing, the first thing, instead of going to the source and asking what the fuck's going on, because we would literally fuck like rabbits, I went to my coworkers and said, hey, this is happening, so what should I do? And they're like, just keep being you, like it happens. It's just like a little like, it's a little bump in the road, like it's fine. And so I just, instead of going to source, you know, to JJ and being like, what's going on? What do I need to do? I started, I guess, filling in the void with trying to like give her more gifts or trying to do this and, you know, do other things, but go to the source and ask, hey, what's going on, you know?
Yeah,
so,
instead of like getting right to the point and
Right.
asking and communicating what's wrong, like, you
and
were going around it.
Yes,
trying to, like,
yes. And I think a little bit of me didn't want to because I was scared to hear, like,
Yeah.
bitch, like, I'm kind of, like, losing feelings or whatever the case may, you know, it could have been this. Like, hey, I just need my fucking space.
Yeah.
But I think she knew, like, how sensitive I was and, like, she just loved my company. And so it was kind of, like, that place of, like, fuck, like, I need my space, but you're also, like, I love having you around.
Yeah.
But, so I think I truly did, I ruined it in that realm, but.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but for me personally, I feel like I don't care like how bad you think you're gonna hurt me. I would so much rather have you just tell me the truth. Like if you are falling out of
Right,
love with me,
right.
if you do feel like I'm being a certain way that you don't like, I would much rather you like tell me instead of like you starting to act different and then me question myself and be like, what the fuck is
Right,
going on?
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
And I feel like that's kind of like you're so scared of like being straight up and upfront because you don't want to hurt their feelings
Yeah,
that you
that's
kind of
exactly
just
what happened.
like try to do it in a different way, but then like it fucks shit up. Like you just gotta grow some balls, do it, be upfront. We're all adults. Like just get straight to the point.
No,
But it's just kind of hard to say things that you know are gonna change everything.
Yeah.
You know?
But then
So-
again, you don't know. Like, what if it actually helps your relationship?
Yeah. Well.
If you had to say back to you because you hesitated and you
Yeah.
wanted to say, but like, honestly, Jackie, you have to say like,
Yeah.
who do you feel like ruined the relationship?
Okay, so it is true. What Lauren is saying is true. Like, after a while, it was just kind of like, I'm the type of person that just needs my me time. Like, I need to do my, like, just me. And Lauren wasn't letting me do that. And so it was just kind of like, for every break that she had at work, like, she would call me, every day that she would get off, like, she would want to do something, like, she would go over or I would go over. And it was just kind of like, it was overwhelming me at one point. And it was just kind of like a lot for me. And so that's when I was just kind of like, I feel like I was getting like just like claustrophobic, like it was just too much for me at one point.
Suffocating.
Yeah, it was just like suffocating and it was a lot. And I think that was what I guess ruined the relationship.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next question. What was the final action that led to the breakup?
Her
Hold
grandpa passed.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got broken up with on the same day.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I
you're
know.
so heartless.
I mean, you just don't know when it's gonna happen or how it's gonna happen or whatever, but it just happened. Like, we were like, so actually she called me and I don't know what we were talking about and I just came out and I was like, I need a break, dude. Like, I need a break. And then she was like, okay. And I was like, okay. And so and then she was like, you're doing this over the phone? And I was like, it just happened, like, whatever, right? And I guess I wasn't clear, and so she thought that we were just taking a break, but that we were gonna, like, you know,
work things
figure
out,
it out. But I was just kind of like out of it at that point. And then so when her grandpa passed, I was like, God damn. And it was right before her birthday too.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm the worst person ever. Like, and then I went to go see her because her grandpa passed, and you know, I know it's hard for her.
You could have waited.
I know, girl. I know. But then like I was with her, and we haven't seen each other for like a whole month. And I was just there to be there for her, and then it ended up time.
I feel like that's almost worse. It's just kind of like, hey, I broke up with you, but I'm just kind of here because I like.
But a lot of people
Almost
do
feel
that. They
bad.
linger. They
Yeah.
linger.
Yeah. And so when her grandpa passed, I went to go see her, and then I literally just bawled. Like, I thought I was gonna be there for her. She was there for me. Like, I was crying. Like,
About her grandma?
No, about me breaking up with her. Like,
So let me rephrase it. So okay, I guess leading up to it, we had just gotten back from a family trip of mine. We went to Idaho, and then I went back to school, and like I even started noticing myself kind of like being like too much, but like I couldn't help it. Like I was just like, ugh, like I just kept freaking doing it. Like it was just like so like it's almost like word
You
vomit,
lose
but like
yourself.
action vomit.
Yeah.
I lost complete control, and like. I mean, like I said before, like I was never. Yes, I was very needy, but like I was like to the point where like it's almost like I felt her gravitating away, so I was clinging on more. But so we went to a family trip with my family, whatever, and then coming back, yeah, she like I called her one day, and then she was just like, I can't do this, like I just need a break. So as she was saying, she had a break, and within that month break, she was hanging out with like these two girls, so super party girls.
It better not be Emily and Bonnie.
It wasn't. No, it
No,
was.
we don't. No.
No,
They're canceled.
it was two other girls. But they, I mean, obviously, I'm friends with one of them. I played soccer with her, and so I'd see snaps. And like the thing is with this friend is she's the type that she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care about your heart. She's just gonna be, oh, she's doing X, Y, and Z, so you should do X, Y, and Z. So it hurt me. So I let her have like that break or whatever, and like do whatever. And then so when my grandpa passed, I was like, I mean, I have to let her know, like that's messed up. Like my point of view of break is like you're in a break, like you figure shit out, yeah. And so breakup it does, but at the point like where she can do whatever she wants. But I mean, I was hopeful.
Like you really thought you guys were gonna figure things out.
I was hopeful enough to be like, hey, I'm giving her that space that what she's wanted, and like maybe she'd miss me, but whatever. And so the day of when she when I hit her up, I just remember her being like, no, she was at the gym with this other girl, and Maddie. And so she's at the gym with Maddie, and I literally hear Maddie in the background, like, fucking saying whatever. And JJ's just like, no, like, you know, what do you think a break is? And I was like, oh, fuck, like, I didn't know. Like,
it's almost like a lot
yeah,
at once,
I was like,
right?
fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, my grandpa just passed away. I'm, like, literally, like, staring at him dead, like, literally in the deathbed, like, dying, dead.
Oh my God.
And so I'm like, okay, well, and she's like, well, what do you want me to do? She's like, do you need me? I was like, well, like, I need something. I don't know. She's like, I will go down. So at that point, I'm like over here researching YouTube, like how to deal with breakups, like fucking like, how do you come off, like, how, you know, like I'm over here thinking like, I fucking love this girl. So I'm just like, gonna be hopeful. Like, how do I act? And so I'm over here like literally, like I had the biggest like ball, like I'm a crybaby. And the fact that I think her seeing me not cry at all, when she was breaking up with me, was probably like, the fuck,
Yeah,
like I don't
like,
cry. And like,
are you okay?
Yeah, and so like I'm over here taking, like I said, me taking advice from like professionals, YouTube, right? If you believe everything on the internet, right? And so I'm over here like, okay, like they say like just act tough, like you got to show them like,
just like, bitch, I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm like, and I remember when she left, I was like, I like cried the whole night, but yeah, so it was tough, but I forgot the question.
I can only imagine.
But I mean,
it was like
I
what
said,
was the
there's
final
there's
action that led to the breakup?
I think me calling me just, I started school and like, I'm sure
Like
she was
clinging
like,
on to
yeah,
her.
this
And
is like
her
freaking,
listening to you,
She
that
thought-
was the final. She was like, I'm overwhelmed by you.
and that's what, like, you know, I realize that now, and like not even just now, but like at the time I was like, fuck, like, because when you take a step back from the situation, you can reflect on it. You're like, whoa, like that. Yeah, you were
Once you're not like lost
like
in that fucking.
God, it was so I was a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
well, at least
not-
you're able to like look back and be like, I know what I did wrong, and like I
Right.
know how I can like go about it next time.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, there was never ill intentions, but yeah, you're like, it's very true. You gotta have your space. Like, I
agree. I feel like it's like amazing being with someone and like sharing all these memories and stuff with them, being with them all the time. But at the same time, when you're with someone all the time, you kind of almost start like, I don't know, like I feel like you kind of just
Get
like
annoyed.
any little thing will like set you off. So then
Yes.
when you guys are arguing about something, you'll literally be like, wow, we're really fucking arguing about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's
And the
resentment.
stupidest thing,
It's
yeah.
resentment. I've
Yeah.
literally said that to like so many people. I feel like even it's not even just with like girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. I feel like if you spend too much time with one person, they could be your best friend, your parents, or your significant
Anybody.
other. You start to resent them if you don't have that time because you feel it's not like I want to hang out with you. It's like I
have
feel
to.
obligated.
It's almost
Yeah.
like a job.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like you start
100%.
I feel like sometimes you try to keep somebody happy that you kind of like forget about your happiness
You
too.
lose yourself.
So then that's where you start to
Yeah.
grow resentment because you're like, fuck, like, all right, cool, you're doing good, but like what the fuck? Like what about me?
Right.
You know? Like
No,
Yeah.
That's
You
exactly
hit the nail
what
on the
happened.
head.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly
that's
what
pretty
happened.
much, yeah. That's and like I think just to end it off is, I mean, we were briefly talking about it earlier, but it's also annoying when you're introduced as like Jackie and Lauren. It was never Jackie and then Lauren. It's Jackie and Lauren.
Yeah,
you
like
know,
as
it's
one.
you're
It's a
one.
package deal.
And
Yeah.
it was almost like it was annoying to where like you couldn't do something on your own without being like, well, where's Jackie? That's weird. Like, why are you guys not? It's like, dude, because I'm my own person.
Yeah.
you
Like
know?
I can
And
do
so-
things on my own.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was like finishing off is definitely just being together way too much. I think
Yeah.
like
Totally understandable.
created
I
resentment.
feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. What did you hate most about each other? What annoyed you most?
Towards well, at the beginning of the relationship, how cocky she was.
Okay.
Okay, she was mean. She was mean.
I feel
Okay.
like I can kind of relate to that. Like sometimes when when I kind of like feel like I have a crush on someone or something.
She's weird
I'm
and
so
mean as
Like
fuck.
I'll be like all like so uninterested, and I'll just be like, ew, what the fuck, just to see if they would kind of like chase you a little
Right,
because
right,
I
right.
don't
She'll
want
be like,
some-
you're so ugly.
Yeah, I'll be like, you're fucking ugly. Or you're so
You're
annoying.
disgusting.
Yeah, I'm just like mean.
Like a
I don't know.
5-year-old. You know
It's
when
like
your
a
mom's like,
defense
if a boy
mechanism
likes
almost.
you,
No,
he
it's
makes
Just 'cause
fun
he's
of you.
mean. If he's
Yeah,
mean,
that
he's
was
mean.
Abigail
was
on the
me.
playground.
Yeah,
She'll make fun
You
of
were the
someone.
mean one.
I'll be like, you're fucking
Yeah.
ugly.
No, that was Lauren. That was Lauren.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah, I can
that was her.
relate.
That's
Yeah,
what I
I feel
hated
like
at
it's a
the
defense
beginning.
mechanism.
It is, I'm
You're
like,
kind of
ooh.
just like,
Towards
But-
the end.
But towards the end, her cleanliness.
okay.
Yeah.
And what did you hate most about Jackie?
I would say that probably just the trying to crack her. I think like she's really fucking hard to understand and like to get. And I'm like
breaking that wall
I'm
down.
literally trying
Yeah.
from A to whatever Z and whatever else make up freaking letters. Like I've done it all and I still can't freaking figure out. But I think that's also what kept me like so engaged. I was just like,
You're like,
oh,
I'm gonna
like,
figure you out.
well, and it's because Aquarius shit.
Oh my
But
god.
my whole
I
thing
feel
is
like I'm
both of them,
literally
they're
the
both
same
Aquarius.
way.
yeah, I know that's
Because
why they're on the same
Antoine
side.
will
The
be
devil,
like,
it's
I
the
feel
devils
like-
and the angels are here.
I feel like I can't understand you because I'll be like really nice 1 second and then I'll be like, I'll cut the whole world off. Ask
No,
Abby.
I've done
Like
that.
people
I've
will be
done
like, oh, we're gonna do this tonight, and I'll be like, okay, you can go. I want to be by myself. And then people will be like, why did you stay home last night? I'm like, I just wanted to be by myself.
Yeah.
And Abby will be like, was something wrong? Like she'll ask
No.
me questions.
She's
I'm
like, no,
nothing at all.
I just wanted to be myself.
yeah,
I love
and
my
like
own company.
people
Like,
think I'm like the most complicated person ever.
Yeah. But we're so simple. We just want to be. by
No, we
ourselves.
think we are, but low
But we're
key-
not. We're not.
Yeah,
We're
I
very
low key don't
complicated.
feel like
Yeah,
I am.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
I'm not. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I
Alright,
know.
but finishing up with what Lauren was saying, what she hated most about you, because she's just so fucking annoying.
Because I am difficult.
She's like, you guys are
I
literally
know.
so perfect together that it's like almost hard to like say anything negative about you guys because
You
guys
had
are
a
just
hard
so-
time. I was like, say what you really mean. Don't fuck with me.
I know. I mean, everything was pretty good. Like our relationship was like it was cool. Like
Yeah.
it was a blessing. It was a
But
blessing.
like you were basically saying like just kind of like tearing that wall down and like getting through to her.
Yes, I would say, and like she was saying earlier, you know, like physical touch is not her thing, and I was very physical touch, so I was like, well,
Yeah.
shit. So I had to like kind of work my way around it to be like, okay, cool, like how can I fucking get this girl in bed, like
Yeah.
type of ordeal.
Girl,
So
that was not a problem.
I know that was.
Girl, that was not the problem.
That was probably the easiest part actually.
She's like, that was the best part.
Figuring her
Easiest
out.
part.
Figuring her out
Yeah.
was the thing that annoyed you the most, but also intrigued you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Jeez.
Aw.
Walking.
Leos are very
Intense.
stubborn and
So are we.
She's like, what?
Yeah, you guys are
So
stubborn.
are
as
we.
fuck.
We're queen
yeah, but
of stubborn.
I feel like Leos are very like we're stubborn, but we want to prove you right with like scientific facts and shit. Leos
Very
are
logical.
like
They'll try to get
I
to
am
you.
the best and
Yeah.
like
Why don't you
There's-
get that?
exactly.
She's like, but we are.
So I'm like, so
Don't
your
you see my
cockiness
crown?
makes sense now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my best friend's
But
Leo and she acts the same.
Leos
way.
are also
Yeah.
crybabies.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they'll act like
They're
they're,
very
so
emotional.
hard. They'll act like they're like tough on the outside, but,
But
like
they're not.
y'all some crybabies.
No, they're the most sensitive people ever.
It's like, why are you crying?
Why am I crying? I'm like,
No, she cries all the time.
yeah, I would cry.
I would literally
like-
tell her, I was like, are you crying again, bro? Like,
But it's all love though. It's all love.
yeah.
All right, let's go into the
I don't know,
next
I cry
question
too, so.
because I'm kind of like intrigued by this next question. I want to know what you guys are gonna say.
Okay.
So if you guys could go back in time, what would you have done differently?
Ooh.
I'll go first. Well, I mean, the obvious, it's, you know, not be
Clinginess?
clingy. I think just be my own person, stay who I was. I think it could have changed a lot because it's true, like in a relationship, you gotta miss each other. And it's like when you miss each other, you value that time together. And it's like, yes, you might be like X, Y, and Z, you know, like in love with this person, but, you know, spending too much time, you lose yourself. So I think for me, it's just space.
Yeah.
I think I would change just saying what I felt at the moment, because I didn't do that because she was a very sensitive person, and I hated like hurting her, and so I would just bottle up my emotions just to keep her happy.
You would
And I
hold
think
back.
yes, and I
But
think
then
that's
when
what really
you blew
fucked us up.
would be like,
That's the thing, and I blew up. Girl.
you sounded very
I
like
blew.
unemotional because you didn't give a fuck. Because you kept all of it in.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And then I should have told her when I felt like things were going like wrong. I should have told her, but I didn't.
You should have just voiced it.
Yes,
Like, when you
but
felt that.
for like months, I was just in a relationship for her.
Yeah, I almost feel like a lot of the stuff that you guys are saying, like, a lot of people in relationships could definitely like relate to that.
Yeah,
like, it's not nothing out of
yeah.
the ordinary. Like, these are all mistakes that like people in relationships make, and like you don't realize it until after.
Yeah. They're all learning lessons.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Next question is, how is your chemistry in bed? Jackie, you should answer first.
So let me tell y'all, okay? I had no idea, okay, because I always had sex with men before her. I had no idea girls can come. Girl, I had no idea.
You never
I
came
had
from
no
a man?
idea. Never, ever,
But women know women's bodies best.
Exactly. Okay. So once we started having sex, it was literally super soaker. I was a super soaker, just everywhere. Like it was amazing. Like amazing.
It's a whole different world.
It was a whole motherfucking different world. Like our chemistry was amazing. Like it was great.
Yeah.
Sex was amazing. Great.
I feel like.
I recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
Girl on girl. I recommend
She's like,
it.
I recommend you fuck a bitch.
No, you need to find
bitch on
a
bitch
girl.
action.
Because a girl knows what a girl likes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And when it comes to eating out, like, men don't know what the fuck they're doing sometimes.
At all.
They don't fucking know, you know?
Yeah.
And because, the vagina is very complicated. I get it. It's fine, whatever. But a woman knows.
Yeah, but like I feel like once they figure it out, like if guys took the time to like figure it out, because every woman is gonna be different, obviously.
Yeah.
Once you figure it out, it's like you can't go wrong anymore.
Yeah,
but most
exactly.
guys are so selfish. They will literally just want to get their nut out.
They'll try to nut first.
You guys are making me reminisce right now. Come on.
They'll try to knock
I
each
got a
other
whop.
out.
She's like, cut the camera.
I was like, yeah, I got WAP. Chill. Stop telling me. I'm reminiscing.
No, they're very about themselves. Like I don't think, honestly, I feel like some men don't even mean to be, but like
Right.
because men can literally come off of like just sex alone, and most women can't.
They can't.
They will just be like, oh fuck, and then boom, they're done. They're like, oh, I'm done, and they fall asleep, and you're like,
But what about me?
What? The
And then you
What the fuck was
get
that?
Bob out.
You get a blue vagina.
You get Bob.
What's
Battery
Bob?
operated. What's it? It's called a Bob. Battery operated something.
Blue waffle?
Something.
Blue waffle.
oh god, that's nasty as fuck.
It's a Bob, basically. It's
Battery operated.
Bop.
Something.
I forgot the B. Jesus, my brain. But anyways,
The
it's
bussy.
basically just think about vibrator type stuff.
It's like,
Oh,
why
yeah.
not
Oh,
just
and we
bring
did
it
use a
into-
lot of toys.
Blowjob?
We use a lot of toys.
I feel like that's
We
important.
were
like
literally
always keeping things like doing
Yes.
different things.
Yeah, we
just,
were-
like,
You use strap-ons?
We
Yes.
did. We
Oh my
did.
god, the story.
What
The
story?
first time ever doing it, I had to be in her closet for an hour because we went to her house.
Yep, we were doing the nasties at my house, and my dad never comes in my room, like ever. That day he wanted me to do something on his phone. I was badass naked.
He walked in?
He walked in. I literally threw Lauren in the closet. She was in there for an hour.
Naked.
An hour naked.
So they didn't
just
know.
butt
Your
naked.
dad didn't know she was over.
No. And so when he went to go take a shower, I told Lauren to put on her clothes, and then I was like, oh my god, Lauren just got here. Oh my god, hey.
I'm like
Lauren.
sweating. I'm like, all like, hey, Yayo, how are you doing? I've been in the closet the whole time. Fuck. It was so bad. It was like out of
She was in the closet. She was in the closet.
I came out.
And you came out.
Yeah.
Damn, that's intense. I don't even know if I would be able to stay in the closet for a fucking
No,
hour.
she
I
was
was
in there for an
Snapchatting
hour.
our gay friends. I was Snapchatting Danny and Bree, and I'm like,
Locked
butt
in the
naked
closet.
in there, like,
I'm in
bitch,
the
shut the fuck. I'm
closet.
like, stop.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, next question. How are you guys still friends, and how do you maintain a healthy friendship? We asked this question specifically just because, like, we see you guys hanging out all the time.
Yeah.
We see you guys posting about going to fucking meet other guys and, like, doing all this other shit that, like,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna do, obviously, because, like, you guys are not with each other anymore. But, like, you guys seem to be so okay with it, and you guys are still friends.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we're just very like mature people, and like we understand that like we had a like wonderful, like amazing relationship, but like for whatever reason it didn't work out. Like, but I still love her as like I honestly believe we have multiple soulmates, and she was one of my soulmates. Like, it didn't work out. She was in my life to serve her purpose. She served her purpose, and I feel like because of that, like I'm the one who was like, can we please still be friends? I know it's weird, but like I still want you to be in my life. Like, I just can't let her go. Like, she's honestly like she knows me more than probably anybody in this world.
Yeah.
But like
you guys just kind of understand each other.
Yeah. But
do you
like,
feel like it ever kind of affects like your current relationships?
to be honest, a little bit. Just because I still kind of feel, even though I've moved on, I still a little bit, I feel bad sometimes. Like, I feel like I don't want to disrespect her.
Yeah.
Even when we just broke up, like, I blocked her off of, like, all my stories just because I didn't want her to see me, like, having fun or whatever, just because I didn't want her to feel disrespected or anything like that. Like, so, a little bit. It really does a little bit. And I feel like she's my friend, but I don't want to talk about, like, the guys that I'm seeing.
Not even from her perspective, from like the guy's perspective, because like some guys are cool, like, oh, you hooked up with girls, like that's hot as fuck. But some guys that you're talking to, like, they might have a serious problem with it. So like, how do you bring up that you still hang out with one of the exes that you were in love with?
Yeah, I don't. Unless, I mean, I haven't met anyone that's like serious, then I'll say it. But like, I haven't, like, I've been dating people, it doesn't work out, whatever. But like, I don't bring up that like I'm really good friends with my ex.
Yeah.
But they do know that, like, I've dated girls. But that's another thing, too. I don't say it all the time just because men sexualize that a lot.
They do.
And it's kind of like, I'm not doing it for you. Like, I didn't date
this
girls
is about
for
me.
you. Like, yeah. And even when we were together, like, PDA was kind of weird because, like, people would be like, oh, you guys are together? Like, prove it. Like, ooh, you guys are hot. Like, ooh, like.
It's kind of like, if
I'm
I was
not
with a
doing this for
guy, you wouldn't be
boo.
doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like, I'm not doing this for you. Like, yeah. But.
So crazy how, like, you have to deal with different things and stuff.
Yeah,
But
that does suck. I mean, even talking about the PDA thing, I think a lot of it, unfortunately, because I am a very affectionate person, I think it did do a lot in the sense of, like, we were very secretive for a lot of it. Like she mentioned earlier in the, the podcast was, we were very, I'd go to her house, I was her best friend, and so, like, I couldn't, like, I'm very lovey-dovey. Like, I want to send flowers. I want to do freaking X, Y, and Z. Like, I want to do all of that. I want to do everything a guy can do for a girl, but I can't. So, I think that, was, like, a very, like, barrier in that. But what was the question again?
How do you guys maintain, like, a healthy friendship and, like...
And the people you
honestly,
date now,
God.
does it bother them?
Okay. So, I mean, honestly, I just, when you love someone, it's like, I don't want to be cliche, but love is, patient, love is kind, love is not jealous. They say that, the line where it's like, when you love someone, let them go, you gotta let them flourish. So at the end of the day, I want to see her happy, and so that's pretty much it for me.
But do you date people now where you feel like
not
their
seriously?
Okay.
Yeah, like.
But, like, do you feel like you could tell Jackie about, like, since you guys are still friends, like, could you guys talk about that stuff with each other?
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
it's kind of
Like,
weird.
if you guys, for some reason, date another person and you realize they're serious and you guys still hang out because we see you guys, like, you guys have a very healthy relationship.
I think it's a...
Would you tell them, and do you think they'd be comfortable? Because I know for personal experience, if my current boyfriend hung out with their ex,
it'd be weird.
I would be like, I don't know if I necessarily feel comfortable with that because, like, watching you guys are too friendly, you're too smiley.
And that's the problem. I think that is, that is definitely, like, we have such a weird relationship, and that's where it's like, if things don't work out in the long run, like, whatever, like, they always say, like, hey, whatever's meant to be is meant to be, and whoever, what's that one saying I'm trying to think of is where it's like, people become, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but point being is, if there's a person, like, that comes in your life that can truly understand, like, I think, we're more of a, like, I'm getting more spiritual, but, like, to, like, understand, like, you have multiple soulmates, you have multiple this, and they can understand, like, on a spiritual level, we connect, like, on a bond and a level that, like,
like, besides the sexual...
It's like, you can't even comprehend, like, even we tell our story, we can tell you guys, but still people are very confused, like, how the fuck does this work? Like, you guys love each other, you guys are this, your guys' the whole relationship is so minimal, and, like, whatever the case may be, like, how do you guys still make it work? Like, I mean, we don't even know. And that's the thing, is, like, we don't even know how we make it work, but at the end of the day is like,
we just fucking love each
Yeah,
other.
that's all it
And we
is.
want to stay each other's
Yeah.
lives, but I mean, we haven't had like a serious. None of us have had like a serious relationship yet. But I
Right.
think we even talked about it too. Like, I know once we do have a serious relationship, it's not gonna be weird for us, but it's gonna be probably weird for the other person.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna choose them or are you gonna choose each other? Because there might be a time
Yeah.
in life where they're not okay with that.
Yeah.
And you have to compromise.
I know.
So are you willing to compromise your friendship?
I don't know about
I don't
that.
know.
She's like, we're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to stand by. Stand
Stay
by.
tuned.
Stay
We're gonna have to be on
tuned. I don't know.
episode 35, 135.
Well,
And I
or
know it's
something.
like my selfish needs, but like if I were to have someone like super serious, like it'd be weird, but like I would love for them to meet.
But okay,
Lauren?
let's
Yeah.
flip it really quick. If you saw, because you guys, it's different when you date the same sex and you have
Yes.
a man, right?
Yes.
If you saw your man, you were dating this man, and you saw him be best friends
I know.
with his girlfriend
Ex.
who is an ex,
Yeah.
would you be okay?
Probably
If you were
not.
as close as you two were.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
probably not. Probably
But
not.
you know,
So
it
then
is
you become a
different.
hypocrite.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying it's very
That's why it's hard,
complicated,
yeah.
and it's hard because I don't know. It's a different bond between men and female. Regardless, yeah, like same sex, like they want to claim that like it's the same thing. Like but it's so different. Like girls get girls, and like
Okay, I know this is a little bit off topic, and I
No,
know
but-
you guys are saying like you guys are like best friends and stuff. But if you guys were to keep it like 100% right now, and you guys
Yeah.
do you guys still, are you guys still intimate?
No.
no,
At all?
At all.
Look at her! Look at her!
no, we're not. We're not.
No, the last time
She had to think about it. She's
No,
like,
no.
No,
she already
I
said
was saying like
Oh, like you would.
She wished it.
it was good sex. Sorry.
I'm so dead. Oh.
No. The last time we had sex was like when we were in London, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was in 2000.
And she passed out.
And I
Had that
passed
good
out
bit.
in the fucking shower.
It was good.
I
bit.
orgasmed
gave
too
her-
hard.
She's like, I put her to
good-
sleep.
When
Yeah,
was
no.
London?
We were in London.
London when?
London.
When?
In 2018.
Oh my god, Hogwarts.
Yeah, we went to the thingy. To what is it called?
So sad.
Yeah.
I hope Anton
In four
proposes
quarters?
to me there.
Oh yeah, we went to
He's
where,
like,
you know where it's like platform
Anton.
3
9 3/4.
3 Yeah, we were there.
We went to the
Yes, bitch.
store. We have pictures of us with like the wands and shit.
Just
like,
don't even tell me
Aw.
about that. I don't want to even.
Sounds like
But
I'm a
point
little
being
jealous.
is, yes, the last time we had sex was in
In
London.
London.
Did she pass out from her orgasm? Yes.
Yes, I did. I
She's like,
fainted.
did I put her to sleep?
No, I
Yes.
fainted in the shower.
She was like,
Like I fainted.
"Ugh." And I was like, I cried. I
You're like, this is beautiful.
No, she was crying. Like, she was
Emotional
crying.
I was sobbing.
She thought I died.
I thought she died. Imagine, I don't know. She doesn't have, I don't have her freaking medical card. We're in a different thing. I was like, what do I do? And the guy was asleep.
my
Like, we were
God.
being quiet. So that's why we moved to the shower. We were in the room and we moved to the shower for that reason. And then she freaking was like, ugh. And I was like,
No, that's honestly what happened.
no, but it was scary. I've never seen anyone pass out in my entire life. And it happened. And she was
She's
like,
like, this bitch is
she,
dead.
I thought she did it. She was like,
I thought I died too.
She was like-
I thought my soul left my body. Okay, but have you all ever orgasmed that hard? I don't think so. It was a wonderful experience.
I'm kidding.
10% of women will probably.
Never.
Never.
No, 90%
10%
of
of women
women
have
will never
felt
experience
that.
that.
90% of women have never experienced
That was the last
Ever.
time. Hey, that was the last time we had sex, so I ended it in a bang. So it's all
Literally.
She's like, top that.
I dare
I
you. Mic
wish.
drop. Hey, mic drop.
Which leads us to the next question.
Oh.
So
The
you
last
guys are
question.
like, oh, I've never dated anyone serious since then.
Mm-hmm.
Would you get back together?
I mean, me personally, I don't think so.
I would, but I mean, like I said, I'm patient. I'm kind. Whatever. I haven't met anyone that's like that intrigues me as much, so it is what it is.
I mean,
but-
you haven't found anyone else serious since her, and it's been like,
Maybe
what,
you're in
3 years,
denial.
bitch?
I mean, okay, so, let me clarify something. When we were together, when things started getting, like, I knew that, like, it was about to end, I missed dick. Like, I missed it, right? And I even told her, and I was like, would you ever...
Hold on. Let me pause you right there. this whole episode you talked about how like women know women.
No, they do.
And
No,
like
they do.
it was
No,
the
they
best
do.
sex.
It was.
Blah blah blah.
It was.
But
A
now you're saying
strap-on.
his dick, bitch.
Yeah,
There's
but
a strap-on.
strap-ons do not do justice. Like that's
They
what I'm saying.
can't. They're
Yes, they
very
can.
hard in plastic.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. And like I didn't even like strap-ons. Like I did it for her, to be honest. Like I didn't even like it. But like the thing is that like I fucking loved her and I wanted her to stay with me. But like I also missed dick though. Like I just missed it. Like I just missed it. And I even told her, and I even asked like, would you be down? You know,
For
Like a
threesome?
threesome?
yeah, like a little bit.
No.
just
You
a
weren't
little bit.
down?
And she was like,
She-
hell
I
no,
never
fuck
remember,
no.
She never asked me that.
Yes, I did. I asked you if you would ever be. I never asked her like would you be down to do it with us? But I asked her like, hey, would you ever be like down to like do that? Would you ever like? I mean, she's like, hell no. Like I would.
Okay,
no.
well that's
like, it's a
different.
no.
But like, I mean, I would be down to like have fun. Like,
Yeah. Did you ever feel like
I
you
mean,
missed
I
it?
feel like a
No,
girl
never.
and boy relationship, when they have a threesome, jealousy gets in the way. But like, I don't know. I feel like if like you're in a girl on girl relationship and you guys personally pick a guy together, you guys are kind of dominant over that guy.
Duh.
You guys are like, we're gonna take him.
Yeah,
and
right,
we're gonna do
Like
what
we're
we want.
using him.
There is no jealousy in that as much as like
and
a
that's
guy
the
on
thing though,
girl.
is like I mean, I'm totally in for like a three-way type thing. Like I think that's
Okay,
fun.
but you told me that you were like strictly lesbian now.
No.
You legit said that you are strictly girls.
I mean, I date girls, but I mean, I don't. It's like
So
I
maybe
have
what she-
fun.
may-
I
do
have
you-
fun with guys.
Do you
but
think you just prefer being
I
with
think
women?
I think in regards to a relationship, I prefer the emotional connection with a woman because like I don't know what it is. I grew up with all boys, and I just know how men are, and I just can't like fucking like I don't know.
Yeah.
I just can't emotionally
You just
connect
gravitate towards women more.
Yeah.
in the relationship realm. Like,
Okay.
But I mean, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah, that's understandable. I feel
But
like
the
we all
thing
kind of
is-
have a preference, and
Yeah, the
even
thing
though like
is-
she kind of goes both ways, like she definitely sees herself attracted more to women, like connecting.
Connecting wise.
Word, yeah.
But like, I
you're
mean,
connecting
yeah.
more
I
with a
can't say
woman.
I don't look at a guy and be like, I will literally fuck his brains out. Like,
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's easy. But, I mean, on a relationship standpoint and serious note, I can't. I don't know what it is. Like, I just think women are just headstrong and, like,
Yeah,
I've
but
been with it. I think I've
Thank
just,
you.
because my experience with women, like, they're just very more, like, I don't know, they're more present. They're more this and that. I mean, X, Y, and Z. But, like, I mean, I could fuck a guy. It's
Yeah.
easy. I think maybe that's also what it is. It's
Yeah.
easy. I can fucking, call up a dude and be like, okay, and they're like, okay. So,
Yeah,
with
but there's
women,
not
it's
a
more
lot of like
challenging.
meaning, like
It's
love
exactly,
emotion
exactly.
behind it.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, a fun time's a fun time. I'm down
Yeah.
for it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want a fun time. Like I want like
Well-
eternal. Like I want to.
So you're
I
saying
think there's-
you like she already said like she sees herself with a woman essentially, and then you're saying you see yourself with a man.
The thing is that like it's kind of hard because like I'm physically attracted to men, like very much attracted, but I've never had an emotional connection with a man. Like it's
Okay.
always been just like physical, but with the woman like it's deep, like it's
Yeah.
deep, and that's why it's hard. Like, and I don't find women like that like super tight. When I like no, I have to get to know a girl in order for me to like fall.
That's
for
a
them.
tough situation, honestly.
I'm
That's like a
saying.
really tough
Yeah.
Yeah,
situation.
I
so
feel
it's
like-
tough.
Yeah, I feel like I understand that, and I definitely feel like there's a reason why neither of you have found anything serious in the past 3 years, and that's kind
It's hard to top.
Do you
It's
guys
hard
think
to
you
top.
guys would be open to like being in a throuple?
Yeah.
She's like,
All
yes.
of a sudden, but when we were together, you did
She
it.
wanted you.
I'd be
all to
so
herself.
down, dude. Honestly, like I'd be so down. Like I think it'd be fun.
Would
It'd be
you?
so weird though, in a sense of like, hey, I'm in a throuple to my family, but like I'd be
Who gives a
down.
fuck?
Yeah.
Only God
parents already
knows,
think I'm
honestly,
But
if
my
you
whole
guys are
thing
gonna
is,
get back together, because
Yeah,
I
no,
definitely
and that's
think
it. I'm
there's
not
a
saying
reason.
I'm not saying it to lead to that, but I'm just saying I would be down for a throuple just because life is too short, and if you like wanna, I mean, like I said, I miss having a dude in present tense of like I miss like she was saying like physical like big arms like I can be with
Yeah.
a girl in present, but it's all still weird. You know, people are very open, but people are still not open,
Very
and it
judgmental as
sucks.
well.
It sucks
Yeah.
so much, and to where like I want to be able to go with someone and be like hold their hand or whatever, and so that's where I'm at. I mean, a throuple would be fun. I think so. I think it'd keep
You'd be
it
down
spicy.
or
I mean, I think so. I think I would be for sure. The thing is that like with the men, because I'm a very dominating person. Like I love being the dominant one in every relationship.
Right.
But when it comes to like sex, like I love being dominated. I can't do that with the girl.
You
So
don't
that's
feel
why
like
I
a
need
woman
man.
can
That's
dominate?
you can't have
No,
a girl
because
that
I like to
dominates. You
dominate
gotta
women.
find a very manly woman because I know.
Or like a headstrong woman who'd
Yeah, yeah,
be
yeah.
Yeah,
willing to like.
I know women like that, and I feel like maybe you just haven't met them because I've met
Maybe,
girls who like
maybe.
girls who are like that.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Damn.
Maybe that's what
well.
it is.
She's like, you guys are gonna have to
a
find
lot of
out.
unanswered questions. God only knows. But
God
I
only
definitely
knows.
feel like there's a reason you guys haven't found anybody you've stuck with after 3 fucking years. But anyways.
Yeah, for
All right,
sure,
guys,
for
we're gonna
sure.
wrap up this episode. We want to thank both of you guys for coming on here. I know it was
Yes,
like
thank you.
Thank
super
you.
like I know like sometimes it's like really hard to talk about shit like this, especially like in a world
I didn't
right
cry, so
now.
it's a
Yeah,
success. I
we're
didn't
like
cry.
sometimes you don't really feel accepted, but of course, like we always say, Room 24 is a judgment-free zone. Like
Love that.
we're friends with all sorts of kinds of people, and like they're
Yes.
all great. We never judge people for their own preferences. So we were like super excited when like you guys agreed to come on.
No, we were excited.
Yeah.
to
It's a different
I was nervous.
perspective.
I was nervous. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking cry during this because I'm very emotional, especially when it comes to her.
And it lets our roomies
But
know.
you know exactly the roomies know. You heard my voice crackles, so you know there's definitely a soft spot towards her. But you know, like I said, whatever makes her happy,
And that it's okay to be open and date whoever you want. Because
and that's what it
it's-
is.
Once again, guys, we want to thank you so much for coming
Yes,
on. You guys are
thank
amazing
you.
people. We're going to do our small business shout out. This week, we're going to shout out one of our really good friends, Q. You guys
Let's
go.
go.
Follow him. He does a lot of like film and digital photography. He's also a graphic designer.
Ooh.
His @ is Quentin X Johnson. We'll put in the description box below. Go follow him. Hit him up to
great.
get your pictures taken. He is so dope. You guys are going to love him.
Absolutely.
And like we're all about supporting small businesses too, so go ahead and like get some fire pictures taken with him.
For the Insta.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
DM
Yeah.
us if you guys know any small businesses as well that would want to shout out. for
Yeah,
the
or that you guys
future.
want us to check out.
It's the backbone
we're
of the
always
U.S.
about-
Come on now.
Yeah.
Small
And
businesses.
thank you for tuning in as always, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.